What's up YouTube? Mchibi Griffin Michael. I'm back with another video. Today we trained chest, back and arms, but of course we started off with back. But before I dive into the video, guys that have subscribed and you're watching my video, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. Those who haven't subscribed, please do. It will be very helpful for me to grow this channel. Yeah, so let's get back to the video. So we started off with pull-ups. I told you guys I always start my back workouts with pull-ups, and when it comes to back, you have to focus on your thickness, the back thickness and the width. When it comes to width, I think all gym guys, gym bros, they know what I'm talking about. Every gym bro wants to get that V-taper at the back, so that's what we call the back width. So when it comes to back width, you have to pick exercises that are in form of pull-ups or pull-downs. Any exercise that it's in form of a pull-up or a pull-down, they build your back width. Then an exercise that it's in form of a rowing exercises, be it the bend over rows, the cable rows, the chest supported rows. Those exercises build your back thickness. If you add more size on the back, you have to focus more on rows, but of course you have to focus on both. You have to focus on the width and on the thickness. But when it comes to the width, I usually start with pull-ups. So we did 4 sets today. At times I normally do 20 reps, at times 15. It depends on the day. On the bad day, only 12. But of course, it happens. So if it happens to whoever who is watching and listening, don't freak out. It happens to everyone. There are days when you feel strong, you can do 20 reps. Then there are days where you feel a bit weak and you can only do 12 reps. So don't freak out. Just know you're having a bad day, but all you have to do is to push through. So yeah. So after pull-ups, we went on the pull-downs and we switched it up to underhand grip pull-downs because we did the wide grip pull-ups. So I thought, why not, let's switch it up to underhand pull-downs to target more of our lower lats. Again, we are targeting our back width. I started off with width, then of course I'll do the back thickness exercises. So this is what I was telling you guys. If you're going to do a back workout, you have to pick exercises that target both the thickness and the width. You have to target both, yeah. So we went a bit heavy today, but there are times where I go a bit heavy. There are times where I do a moderate weight so that I can squeeze that weight at the back on my way down. So you have to focus more on that contraction at the back. So it's not a must that you always have to do a heavy weight, but I've been doing this for some time now. So there are days where I go a bit heavy. There are days where I do a moderate weight for high reps, but today wasn't that day. So yeah, again, we did 4 heavy sets on this. Yeah. So after the lat pull downs, we switched it up to chest supported dumbbell rows. But guys, this exercise, it's supposed to be done on an inclined bench. So if you have one at your gym, please, you set up the inclined bench, you lie on it, and you get the dumbbell that you can manage. You can see the dumbbell I'm using. I can go a bit heavy, but I chose that because I can squeeze on my way at the top to feel that contraction in the back, then stretch at the bottom. But if you go at times a bit too heavy, you'll fail to bring that weight up at the top. So I advise you to use the weight that you can really manage. And I did, I think, 14, 15, 16 reps. So I was doing a lot of reps on this exercise. But I'm using that bench because we do not have an inclined bench at our gym. But if you have one, please use an inclined bench. And one of the reasons why I love this exercise, you do not swing too much because your chest is placed on the bench. So you can really lower that weight. You stretch on your way down and then you squeeze on your way up. It's really a nice exercise. It's one of my favorite back exercises. I really love it. So we did again 4 sets on this, and our back was really fired up. Yeah, from the pull downs, the pull ups, then the chest supported rows. Yeah, it was a nice back workout. So the chest supported dumbbell rows, it targets more of your upper back muscles. Of course, those include the rhomboids, the traps, and some bit of lats. Yeah. So today I told you this video, it is a back, chest and arms. Yeah. So I did 2 exercises for my back width. Then I also did 2 exercises for my back thickness. Then I switched on the chest, then arms. So this was my first exercises to add size on my back, for the thickness. Yeah. So after the chest supported dumbbell rows, we went on the bent over rows. We went heavy also on this. The bent over rows. If you don't know how you do a bent over row, you bend. You have to keep your back a bit flat. Then you have to stretch on your way down, and you have to bring that weight below your belly button. So we did this for 4 sets. I think I did like 10 to 12 reps for 4 sets. So this is one of the old school exercises, the one that has stood the test of time. When if you watch the videos of guys like Ronnie Coleman, Dorian Yates, Jake Cutler, this is one of the exercises they always did for back. So if you want to include it in your back workout, back sessions, please do. That was it for back. I did 4 sets on pull downs, 4 sets on pull ups, 4 sets on chest supported rows, and again 4 sets on bent over rows. So if you add, it's a total of 16 sets. So I thought that would be enough because I had other things to do. But of course, if you are doing a full body, a full back session, I think I had to do the T-bar rows, but I had other exercises to do. I told you I had to train back, chest, and arms today. So I thought, 4 exercises for back, they're enough. So we switched on the flat bench. Again, we went heavy, 3 plates on this. It was challenging today for me because I haven't been consistent with training for this past month. So the weight felt a bit heavy than it usually does when I'm a bit consistent, but I had to push through. So I think we did 6 sets on this. I was doing 8 reps. the weight seemed too heavy. But I had given myself a task to complete, so I had to do this. If I failed, I would be a bitch. So we pushed through and we did 6 sets of 8 reps for the flat bench. If you want to add a bit of size on your chest, you have to do the flat bench, because most people can go a bit heavy on the flat bench than on an inclined bench. But of course, if you are a professional bodybuilder, or you have a dream of competing, or you're just someone that enjoys training but you want a 3D, a full chest from your way up to down, you have to focus more of your inclined chest. It is the most important part of the chest, so that means you have to do more inclined bench than any other chest. Of course, I train more of my inclined chest. You can see, I think if you go through my videos, you can see a lot of my videos doing an incline bench press. The incline bench press, it covers your clavicle bones. If you want to have a full chest, you have to target to do more of the inclined bench. But if you want to add size on your chest, you have to do the flat bench, because you can really go heavy on the flat bench. Of course, if you go heavy, that means more tension. More tension means more muscle growth. So that's like the science, a tip you can put into consideration if you want to grow your chest. So after the chest, I switched to arms. Of course, I started off with triceps. Today, I focused more of my triceps than my biceps. I did 3 exercises for triceps, and then only did 1 exercise, the preacher curls, for biceps. Why? Because my triceps were a bit fresh than my biceps. My biceps were a bit exhausted from all the 16 sets, the heavy sets I did on the back exercises. I don't know about you guys. I know the norm in bodybuilding, people like training their back and chest on the same day, then their shoulder and triceps on the same day. But me personally, I prefer the opposite, because after a heavy back session, my triceps are already exhausted. I cannot train them hard. They're exhausted from all the pull downs and the pull ups. The squeezing, they're already exhausted. I can't really go hard on them. So I like doing the opposite. If I train back, I like focusing more on my triceps. If at all I'm going to train arms, of course. Then the same applies on shoulder days. After a heavy shoulder session, I cannot go hard on my triceps. They exhausted from the shoulder presses, so I tend to do biceps more. I don't know about you guys. Maybe I'm built different. We all have different bodies, but that's like what's up for me. So I started off with skull crushers. I did 4 sets. I was doing 15 reps. One of the reasons why I like dumbbell skull crushers, one, it targets more of the long head side of the tricep. Then of course, after doing the skull crushers, I did the close grip bench press. One of the reason why I love the cross grip bench press, it's because it targets all the 3 heads of the triceps: the long head, the short head, then the medial head. Then I did the row pull downs. That was my third set exercises for tricep, but I was already tired from these 2. I really went hard on the skull crushers and the dumbbell and the close grip. I did 4 sets with 15 reps on that. Then by the time I reached on the row pull downs, my triceps were already out. I was just pushing through to finish the session, but they were fully pumped. And of course guys, if you want to get big arms, you have to train more of your triceps than your biceps. Why? Because your triceps cover 2/3 of your arm. You have to understand that. I'm not saying you don't train your biceps hard. No, you have to train your biceps too. They have the short head and the lower head, but you have to focus more on your triceps because they cover 2/3 of your arm. So that's the close grip bench press. You keep your elbows close to the body, then you push that weight. Of course, you have to control the eccentric part of the motion. When I say the eccentric part of the motion, I'm meaning the negative part of motion. When you're bringing that weight down. Again, we did 10 to 12 reps of 4 sets of that. So it really pumped my arms. It was a good arm session. As you can see, guys, I was already struggling to complete my sets. My arms were fully pumped and tired from the two previous exercises with it. When it comes to arms, you do not have to do like 4-5 sets. No. Arms, they are a small muscle group. You have to do at least 2 to 3 exercises, but you have to go really hard on the exercises you have picked. And when I say hard, I do not necessarily mean in terms of weight. If you can do the weight, of course, it's understandable. But if you're not that strong, you can still push yourself with the reps. Of course, when I mean going harder, also meaning pushing yourself to failure. You have to push yourself to failure, or at least close to failure, to stimulate that muscle growth, so that you can grow arms. I think every man out there, every man wants to have a big chest and a big arm. You just look a bit cool, a bit masculine with bigger arms. So that was it for triceps. So we switched to biceps. Of course, I picked one of my favorite exercises, the preacher cows. I think my best 2 bicep exercises, it has to be the preacher cows and then the incline dumbbell cows. Those are 2 of my favorite exercises for biceps. But why? One, the preacher cows, you can see you've placed your arms to the pad, so you cannot swing. Then of course you stretch your way up, your way going down, and then you squeeze at the top. So it's really a nice exercise if you want to build those bicep peaks. If you want to grow your arms, you have to try it out. We went a bit heavy today, I told you guys, so we were only doing 10 reps. I think I struggled even to do the 10 reps on the 4th set. We only did 8, but it was good. I told you I wasn't going to do too much biceps because they're already fatigued from the heavy back sessions we did today. So I think I'll train them on another day. But it was a great session, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you've learned something, that would be great. If you want to try it out, you can give it a try. If you want to try some exercises, you can pick. And those who have watched the video, please, thank you so much. Next time, bye bye.